Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 13 of my makeup collection series. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys all of my high-end foundations. So let's get started with today's video. And before that, if you've not subscribed to my channel already, please do like and share my videos. Also, currently there's a giveaway going on my channel, which I'll link here on the screen above. If you haven't checked it already, you definitely should. And now let's get into the video. And hello guys, welcome back to part 13 of my makeup collection series. These are all of my high-end foundations. There are a total of 39 and I really don't know what to say. Anyways, let's get started. These are all of my tinted moisturizers and light coverage kind of products. These middle ones are all of my medium coverage foundations. These are all of my fuller coverage foundations, and these three are my stick foundations. Let's start with the least ones. I have three stick foundations. The first one is my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I have mine in the shade Sand. I just love the packaging on it. It's a metal heavy packaging, and this is what the actual component looks like. This shade is a little bit darker for me. It's a cult classic. It has been a favorite around the world for quite some time now, and it is for a good reason. It will give you more of a medium to a fuller coverage. You can build it up. It does not cake up on your face even after you build it up quite a bit, and I absolutely love the finish that this gives on the skin. This is more of a matte looking foundation, but it lasts beautifully. Next up, I have my Tom Ford Tasteless Stick Foundation in the shade 5.5 Bisque. This is what it looks like. Again, comes in a nice metal heavy component. This is what the foundation looks like. Till date, I would say that this is the most expensive foundation that I have in my collection. This costed me a fortune, and I would say that this is quite worth it because it's a beautiful foundation. It will give you the coverage that you need. You can definitely build it up. It does not look heavy or cakey at all. It gives you a nice satin-ish finish. It is not completely matte, not very dewy, and I just love the finish on this foundation. And the last, I have my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation Stick in the shade Cheesecake 250G. This is a perfect shade match for me. So if you're somebody with my skin tone, just go for this shade. Huda Beauty has a wide variety of shades in her range, so it can be a little difficult to decide which shade to buy, but this is the perfect shade for my skin tone. And the formula on this is absolutely stunning. The liquid foundation that she had was a little bit heavier. I did not try it out because I really do not like very full coverage or a heavy foundation, but this is absolutely beautiful. The finish on this is stunning. It lasts stunningly. It will give you more of a matte-ish finish, but still does not look heavy or cakey at all, and you can definitely build it up as much as you want to, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Next up, coming to my fuller coverage foundations. These are my 8 foundations that I feel are the most full coverage in my collection. The first one is my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I have mine in the shade 190. Now this is what it looks like. It comes in a squeezy tube, but it comes with a pump as well. So is this one from Fenty Beauty. This is their, what was this called, Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 250. Now both of these are pretty matte and pretty full coverage. Both of these I would say are more suitable for somebody with an oily skin because they are a little bit more matte than I usually like, but the finish on these are nonetheless absolutely beautiful. If you apply a really good hydrating base underneath these will last beautifully. These are more of special occasion kind of foundation. These will not move throughout the day, throughout the night, and both of these are absolutely beautiful nonetheless. Next up, I have my Rare Beauty Foundation Tint in the shade 260N. This one is a little bit too dark for me. I should have gone for a shade lighter, but it's beautiful nonetheless. It comes with a doe foot applicator like this. If you guys are not aware, it's a beautiful formula. It will give you more of a matte finish and more of a fuller coverage. You can definitely tone it down or build it up as per your liking. It just blends out beautifully, and it's a stunning foundation nonetheless. Next up, this is the oldest foundation that I have in my collection, and I did not like it at all. This is the Elizabeth Arden Flawless Finish Perfectly Satin 24-Hour Foundation in the shade Sun Beige 04. I did not like this foundation, guys. This is a pretty old one. I'm going to throw it out after I show you guys in this video, but this was pretty heavy. It looked very heavy on the skin, very cakey. Maybe I applied too much when I applied it. Maybe you need just one pump, but I still did not like the finish on this foundation and how it sat on my skin. Not a fan. Next up I have my Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation in the shade 2W 1.5 Bisque. Again, a very full coverage foundation, a matte finish. Somebody with an oily skin will definitely enjoy this foundation, but somebody with a dry skin, this is not for you. The finish, however, is beautiful. It will give you a nice matte long wear, as the name suggests, finish, and it will not move throughout the day, throughout the night, but still you definitely need to prep your skin really well, otherwise it will, you know, look very drying on your skin. Next up I have my Dior Skin Star Foundation in the shade 023. Now you have seen this quite a lot on my channel. This shade is also a little bit too dark for my face. I definitely need to, you know, mix in a little bit of a lighter foundation to make it work for me, but again, the formula and everything about this foundation is beautiful. It is a matte foundation, not as matte as my Fenty ones, but still it is beautiful. This will work for all skin types. Even if you're somebody with a drier skin type, it will still work for you. You just need to prep your skin nicely, and it lasts beautifully. It looks beautiful on the skin. Next up, one of my most used foundations. This is my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Warm Nude. A beautiful full coverage foundation. It will give you a matte-ish finish, not very matte to the point where it makes your skin look flaky. I just love the formula on this. It will work for literally all skin types, and it looks beautiful. It makes your skin look effortless, flawless, and it lasts beautifully as well. This is my, you know, go-to foundation when I'm traveling, because A, I want to use it up, and B, it literally works for all skin types and looks beautiful. Next up I have my Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation with an SPF of 15, and I have mine in the shade 045. Again, a beautiful matte foundation, a full coverage foundation, not matte to the extent where it will make your skin look flaky. Suitable for literally all skin types and looks beautiful, performs beautifully, lasts beautifully, and just makes your skin and your makeup look absolutely flawless and effortless. Now coming on to the next category, which is my more medium coverage foundations. These are all of the medium coverage foundations that I have in my collections. This one is my Garland La Senchiel 16-hour wear foundation with an SPF of 30. I have mine in the shade 01W. This shade is a little bit lighter for me. This one looks a little bit white on my skin, so I have to mix in a little bit of a darker foundation to make it work for me. The finish and the formula on this is absolutely beautiful. It looks stunning on the skin. It will give you a nice medium-ish coverage. You can build it up as much as you want to. It gives a nice satin matte finish and looks beautiful on the skin. It works for literally all skin types, and it looks beautiful nonetheless. Next up I have my Shiseido Synchro Skin Glow Foundation with an SPF of 20 in the shade Golden 4. This is a foundation that will work for somebody with a dry skin type. If you're somebody with an oily skin type, stay far away from this, because this is a super glowy foundation. It will give you a glow like no other. It looks very glowy, very hydrating on the skin, and this is my go-to foundation during the winters when my skin is extra, you know, dry, and it looks beautiful, and I mean, it just makes your skin look so nice and healthy. Next up I have my Dior Forever foundation in the shade 2N. This is a brand new foundation in my collection. I have still not tried it out, but I have heard so many people rave about this. It will give you a nice medium to a fuller coverage, I believe, and it looks beautiful. I will definitely try it soon, and I will give you an update on how I feel about this, but Dior hai, so it has to be flawless nonetheless. Next up I have one of my absolute favorites, again to travel with, especially because it's a plastic bottle. This one is my Cover FX Power Play foundation in the shade G40. It's a beautiful foundation, very hydrating, very comfortable on the skin, not very dewy. It will give you a nice satin matte finish, and it looks beautiful, blends out like a dream, very easy to work with. You can just blend it out with your fingers and it looks flawless nonetheless, and I absolutely love this foundation. You can even use it on an everyday basis. It looks super lightweight, just like your skin but better. Next up I have my Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation in the shade 6 medium. Again, a very beautiful glass matte bottle, comes with a pump, looks beautiful on the skin. It will give you nice medium to a fuller coverage. You can build it up as much as you want to. Looks very nice, very lightweight on the skin, just like your skin but better. The finish on this is absolutely stunning and again suitable for literally all skin types. Next up I have my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation in the shade Light 7. Again, this one is a little bit too light for me. I have to mix in a darker foundation to make it work, but again a very beautiful formula, very lightweight and looks just like your skin but better. It will give you a nice satin matte finish, not completely matte, not very dewy, and just looks beautiful and very effortless and just stunning on the skin. Next up I have the cult classic Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Foundation. I have this one in the Water Fresh formula. This is not the classic Double Wear foundation. That one is more of a fuller coverage, and this one I have in the shade 3W 1.5 Fawn. This will give you more of a medium-ish coverage. It looks very lightweight on the skin and just blends out beautifully. This one is more of a water-based foundation, so it looks super lightweight, very undetectable on the skin, and again a beautiful formula. Next up I have my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Medium 3. Again a beautiful formula, a little bit darker for me. You do not get NARS in India yet, but I really hope Nykaa or Sephora bring NARS to India, because I just love this brand. I love everything from this brand, and it's a beautiful brand. This foundation is stunning. Again, it will give you a nice medium-ish coverage. You can build it up. It will give you a nice satin matte finish. Looks just like your skin but better. It's very effortless, blends out stunningly, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. Next up I have my MAC Mineralized Moisture SPF 15 foundation in the shade NC30. Now this one again is a little bit darker for me. I should have gone for maybe one shade lighter, but never mind. I just love the formula on this. I think that MAC has discontinued their mineralized foundation formula, but this one is beautiful. It looks so stunning on the skin, very hydrating, very moisturizing, and just looks like your skin but better. Next up again a cult classic all over the world that has been raved about over and over again. Literally every YouTuber in the world swears by this foundation. This is the Giorgio Armani Lumina Silk Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 5.5. Again a beautiful formula, very hydrating, just looks like your skin but better. It will give you nice medium coverage. You can definitely build it up. It lasts beautifully. It will give you a satin matte-ish finish, but still it looks stunning on the skin, just like your skin. And I mean, I cannot rave enough about this foundation. This is one of my most used and one of my most loved foundations in my collection. Next up I have my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation with an SPF of 15, and I have mine in the shade 4.25 Natural Tan. Again a very beautiful, very hydrating foundation. Looks beautiful on the skin, gives you a very nice, you know, your skin but better kind of a finish. Looks really nice and, you know, just effortless on the skin. I mean, again an amazing formula, blends out superbly. It's an effortless kind of a formula and looks beautiful on literally all skin types. Next up I have my YSL All Hours Foundation in the shade B40. Again a foundation that literally everybody raves about, and for a good reason. The formula is beautiful. It will give you more of a matte-ish finish, but again it looks beautiful on the skin, suitable for literally all skin types, and the formula is to die for. And trust me, the packaging is luxe and it feels beautiful on the skin. Another formula I absolutely love, this is the Givenchy Teint Couture Long Wearing Fluid Foundation in the shade 5 Elegant Honey. Again a very lightweight, very beautiful formula. It will give you a nice medium coverage. You can build it up as much as you want to. Still does not look heavy or cakey at all. Just looks like your skin but better, and I mean, it's a formula to die for. The next one I have in this category is my Kiko Milano Skin Tone Foundation. I have mine in the shade Warm Beige 50. Again a little bit darker for me. I could have gone for 1 or 2 shades lighter than this, and Again, the formula is really beautiful. It will give you a nice medium coverage. It looks very hydrating, very beautiful on the skin, just like your skin but better. And again, a very beautiful foundation to work with, suitable for literally all skin types. The last category of foundations I have to show you guys, and my absolute favorite category. This is all of my tinted moisturizers, or you know, light-ish coverage foundations. The first one is my Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation, and I have mine in the shade Warm Nude. Again, a beautiful foundation, comes in a squeezy tube, has a pump of its own, very beautiful, and it will give you more of a medium coverage rather than a light coverage, but still looks very nice, very lightweight on the skin. It will give you more of a matte-ish finish, and it looks beautiful on the skin and just blends out beautifully and effortlessly. Next up, I have my Natasha Denona Face Glow foundation with an SPF of 15, and I use mine in the shade number 42. Again, a very beautiful, very hydrating formula. It will give you a nice light to medium coverage, looks effortless on the skin, just blends out like a dream, and again, a dream to work with. The formula is stunning, and literally everything about this foundation is beautiful. Next up, again, one of my most used foundations in my collection. This is my YSL Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow foundation in the shade B40. This one is a little bit darker for me. I have to mix in a tad bit of a lighter shade to make it work for me, and the formula is really nice. When it was first launched, everybody on YouTube was literally raving about this foundation, and for a good reason. It will give you a really nice and a very hydrating finish on the skin. It will give you a nice medium coverage and looks beautiful, and just like you have a really nice skincare going on your skin, and I just love the formula on this one. Next up, I have my Garland La Senchiel BB Cream in the shade BB2 Light. Now this one is a little bit too light for me. I have kept this one specially to, you know, just mix in with some of my darker foundations. But again, this comes with an SPF of 30 PA+++, and the formula is really nice. Very lightweight, very hydrating. Just looks like you have a very nice layer of, you know, skincare going on. It will give you a nice light-ish coverage, and it looks beautiful, perfect for an everyday use, and again, one of my absolute favorites. Next up, I have my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation with an SPF of 15, and I have this one in the shade Medium Neutral. Now this says that it's a full coverage foundation, but you can definitely tone it down. You can mix in your moisturizer or something to make it work for you, and it looks beautiful and very effortless on the skin. It's a beautiful formula, it's a beautiful foundation. Next up, I have my Makeup Forever Water Blend Face and Body Foundation in the shade Y305. I don't think that Makeup Forever makes this one anymore. This is a very lightweight foundation. This will give you a very light coverage, I would say, almost a no coverage type of a foundation, but it looks beautiful on the skin. It will even out your skin tone and look very nice, very lightweight on the skin. It looks literally like nothing on your skin, and it's a beautiful formula. Next up, another formula that has been raved about for so long. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 2CR. Again, a beautiful formula. Just blend it out with your fingers. You do not even need a brush or a sponge to blend it out, and it looks effortless on the skin. It will give you a nice light coverage. You can build it up a little bit more. It still looks beautiful and not cakey, not heavy at all, just like your skin but better, and a beautiful formula, and worth the money that you spend on this foundation. Another one from Dior, I have the Dior Skin Nude Air Serum Foundation in the shade 030. Again, a very beautiful formula. It comes with a dropper like this, and you can see how runny the texture is. It's very lightweight, very, you know, watery on the skin. Just blend it out with your fingers and it looks effortless, beautiful, and it will give you a nice light coverage, but it will even out your skin tone very beautifully and looks effortless and beautiful on the skin. Next up, I have my Clinique Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Foundation with an SPF of 15, and I have mine in the shade WN48. Again, a beautiful squeezy tube, does not have a pump to it, but a beautiful formula nonetheless. again a formula that has been raved about quite a lot, and for a good reason. It's very lightweight, very hydrating, very beautiful, just like your skin but better, and just love the finish on this. Next up I have my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream with an SPF of 30. I have mine in the shade Dune 7.5. Bare Minerals is not available in India, I know, but this formula again has been raved about on YouTube for so many years, and for a good reason. Again, a very beautiful, very hydrating foundation. I will not even call it a foundation. This is more of a tinted moisturizer. Just take a few drops of it in your palm and blend it out like your moisturizer. It will give you a nice even tone. It will give you a very sheer coverage but looks beautiful, just like your skin. And trust me, it's a beautiful product, especially for an everyday basis. The last 4 foundations I have, this one is my It Cosmetics CC Plus cream with an SPF of 50 plus, and I have mine in the shade Neutral Tan. Now this is a foundation that has been raved about on YouTube, but I personally am not a fan of this formula. This one is a little bit too hydrating. It moves around a lot, does not settle on your skin, and it stays tacky throughout the day. However, it will give you nice coverage. It will give you more of a medium-ish coverage, I would say, not a very light one. But I really am not a fan of this formula. I had heard so many YouTubers rave and go on and on about this, but I personally am not a fan of this formula. Next up I have my Rare Beauty, Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer with an SPF of 20 in the shade 32N. It has very quickly become one of my absolute favorite formulas in the world. I mean, I swear by this formula. This is a tinted moisturizer. You can apply it with your fingers. You do not need a brush or a sponge, and it will work beautiful. It looks beautiful on the skin, just like your skin but better. It will give you a nice medium-ish coverage, and I mean, it just looks undetectable on your skin. It evens out your skin tone. It just evens out any pigmentation on your face, but still does not look heavy, cakey at all. And Selena Gomez literally nailed this formula, and I would highly suggest for you guys to try it out if you haven't already, and trust me, you will fall in love with this formula. The last 2 I have in my collection, and these 2 are foundation that I have not tried out yet, so I do not really have much to say about them. This one is my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer with an SPF of 30 in the shade 1W1 Porcelain, and this one is my Bite Beauty Change Maker Foundation in the shade L40. Now Bite Beauty has discontinued their brand. You cannot get this foundation anymore, but when it was launched, it was raved about so much. And again, it has all those claims of a nice tinted moisturizer. It will give you a nice light to medium coverage, just everything I look for in my foundation, especially for an everyday basis. I have still not tried it out. I will definitely try it out soon. From what I've heard, I'm sure I am going to like this formula. And the last one, again, something that was raved about so much when it was launched. I have not tried it out yet. I am going to try it out soon again, and I'm sure I will love it, because I literally love everything I've heard about this foundation till date. I'm sure I'm going to like it, definitely. And well, that is it, guys. These were all of my high-end foundations, total of 39. Again, I'm embarrassed about it, but I love foundation, you guys know. And yeah, that is it for today's video. And well, that is it, guys. These are all of my high-end foundations that I have in my collection as of now. I hope you guys enjoy watching my videos. If you do, please like and share my videos, and do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.